Welcome back to Resident Evil 4.
Leon, I've been able to get some new info that might help you.
Is it new info
Apparently,
4?
there's a religious cult group involved. They're called the Los
Why are you talking so
Illuminados.
gruffly?
Los Illuminados. That's a mouthful. Anyway, I had an unexpected run-in with the big
Emily
cheese.
calls him the big
But
cheese.
you're okay, right?
What a dork.
But he could've
White
killed
man
me
discovers
without
a
me
different
knowing.
language.
And he mentioned something about
Los
you carrying the
Illuminados
same
sounds like a
blood as
mouthful.
them.
Shut up.
Whatever that
I should
is.
shorten it down to something like Del
Carry the
Taco
same
or
blood.
Yeah, am I right?
Interesting.
Anyway, there are more important things than solving riddles right now.
You're right. Hurry and
Me
find that
gusta
church,
easier
Leon.
names, por favor. All right. Now, the question, what is he doing in his bedroom? But first, we need to take this.
Even the portrait's looking at the door worriedly.
So you can't go in. Do not interrupt my bathing and coin time. Look at the size of his foot. Stop it. Starts hanging spit over your face. Oh, who's this? Who's this lady with a gun? What's this random reaction Rasputin does here in a second?
I don't recognize those boobs. Hey!
What the fuck? So if you played Resident Evil 2, I love Woman in Red, somehow so familiar. Fuck off, Leon. You know who that is.
I've met like 30 in my life.
Legitimately, like, anyone who's played that game just looks and goes, oh, I know exactly who that is. And he's just like, what? I don't, what?
Even if they just win like, was that? ... Like, that would be enough.
Or, yeah, or go, nah, couldn't be. Because at the end of the second game, like, they made this impression like they died. I gotta go potty, though, real quick. Hold on.
Dude literally kicked the shit out of me.
Sir, is this occupied? I mean, if I walked into someone on the urinal, I might do the same. Not shoot them, but maybe put them in a chokehold. I gotta go pee-pee.
Holding in my bladder.
They recognize, I love how they put all the work in the cinematic of recognizing, these things must use bathrooms too. Better hurry and find Ashley. My inventory is a little full, so man, this attaché case looks a little ugly. I don't like it. Can't believe that guy choked me in the bathroom. What an asshole! I have to. Well, right before a concert I had yesterday, I made the mistake of following a guy into a bathroom at a bar because I thought it was a public bathroom, but it ended up being a private one. So we had this moment where we're both just awkwardly standing in the bathroom. It's like, well, it's like I gotta go. I love the incendiary grenade just lovingly on the bookshelf. I also like recognizing the fact that they're like, these people sit around and have meetings. So the bad guys had a meeting downstairs while I was here, but I missed it.
So he comments on how civilized they are because he sees a toilet, ignoring that there are stairs, there are paintings, there's a kitchen and shit.
There's an egg in the oven.
We were just commenting on that.
Yeah, delicious. I pull out the rifle in advance because there's a familiar foe here, but he's in a much worse position than before.
Peeking on you around the corner. Ooh, right in the eye.
Rude! He has a couple of friends with him, but they're not any safer than he is. I somehow hit both? Ah, damn it. Come on. This is where you don't want to panic. Oh god, why did I think a chainsaw was a good idea? Or because he has a mask. Water control the truth. Wake up. Why don't you put on a little makeup?
You don't have time for school.
This is really where I want to... Hold on. Thank you for giving me time to reload. That's like throw the egg at him.
Maybe you can get him to cut himself.
Sir, you can give up. It's fine. Hit him with the bass. Might as well use it while I got it. Eat this. All right. Carried an entire ruby on him. All right.
Can we put that in the mask?
No, not that jewel. They do sell, they're basically like big versions of normal jewels. They're just sellable items, but there's some that are like very specific, like carved for things like that.
Oh, okay.
I think the ruby's worth like 10K on its own. What am I doing here? There we go. That guy definitely didn't want to get involved with all that gunfire. Shoot me in the fucking nose! This is one of those situations where you shoot them 80 million times and they just keep on doing that.
Keep being surprised that you're doing it.
He would have no jaw left.
No.
My special knife! Huh? You get this? Huh? What about this move, huh? Ow. Damn it, Jackal Emma! Sometimes that does happen. There's also a bear on the shotgun ammo. I have to double check if the other ammos have animals associated with them. We use this warehouse to store our one red herb.
Maybe they're like usually hunting ammo. And the box is the kind of animals they're used for.
Potentially. But again, like, I guess up to this point, we've seen like oh god, there's a lot of people there. We saw a single shotgun, but that's it. So this is a good area to use the TMP. When there's big crowds like this, you just unload. What I like about this machine gun, even though it is low damage, is you don't have to hold it down. It actually almost can work a little bit like a pistol shot, but it does run out of ammo super quick on its base level. That's why I immediately switched back to the pistol.
Is it burst fire?
It can be. If you just press the trigger real quick, it can do single fires as well.
Oh, you hit the tree.
Ooh.
Oh, damn.
Oh yeah, I did mention everything gets solved with a bullet in this game. Eat this up your butthole.
Use those to hunt dragonflies.
And that single egg in my attaché case is bothering me.
Well, it's taking up an entire row.
Yeah, and oh, my OCD is kicking in. Another situation where they're gonna rush at you when you have your back to a wall with a long row. I wonder how I'll handle this.
And if only I had a giant rock. Ow, my ear.
Ooh, new piercings, thanks. Oh, Jesus Christ.
I didn't want one.
Yeah, it looked like he hit me with the handle too, which makes it goofier. Now, I've been holding on to flash grenades. If you notice, none of the grenade type is the flash grenades outside of the Inferno and the regular grenade. Flash grenades are my favorite. Because if you notice, they've stunned everyone for like 10 seconds.
And all with the same animation, so you could probably exploit that.
Definitely. They're also, in the second half of the game, they're even better. Ooh.
Whoa! Cutscene immunity.
It's funny if he's missing a chunk of his hair.
That was my best bang.
I'll never look good again. So I did feel, at least defeat all the initial waves. The reason the music is still going on, oh, there's one more lady with a pitchfork. There's a dude up there on the roof who's peeking at me if you could really squint.
I missed the meeting.
What can I do? Oh, shit. There's a guy up here. This is like, bye. Bye. And there's one more guy. I had to fix it. Imagine guys shooting a sniper rifle, like doing a cool pose, and then shoving an entire egg down his throat. Oh, good. They caught the fact that I used the flash grenade, so it gave me another one. Nice. Because there is one part a little bit later where I need at least one flash grenade. Hi. Shit. All right, fixed everything.
Are we back in the village? That looks like the same cop.
We are. There's actually, like, kind of shown a bit. There is a physical map, and certain parts in it are the same. In the case of going back here, remember there was that church that I pointed at we couldn't go to before. Now we got the key. We can go inside.
You know what? I'm not convinced that cow's alive.
It looks like it's suffering.
Has not moved.
Maybe if I blend in, the zombies won't kill me.
Seems to be working. Are the plants and ammo and everything in the same place, or are they randomized if they're in boxes?
They're usually in the same places. For the most part, if they're out in the open, they're in the same places and are the same type. If they're in boxes, they can be a little bit random, and their boxes are always in the same spots.
Okay.
Cool thing about this area is that, and it's not really a spoiler, but there are day cycles that occur later in the game. So later we'll be coming back to this area at night, and many of those boxes and plants will repopulate, and they will be a little bit different. So we will be getting new items as we pass through the area. When you go through this area, shoot the lamp. It has a gem in it for some reason.
But not anymore.
Yeah. It also bursts into flames, which means you can use it if enemies are running at you. In certain areas, you could drop a lamp on them and catch them on fire. Now, I love what they do in this room. So this looks like a normal cave with a lamp in it. But if you shoot the lamp...
Is that oil?
You can see gems show up.
Oh.
Because the room darkens.
Oh, okay.
One of them is there's a headdress in the ceiling for some reason. This is where using the TMP with a single fire is useful, because you don't want to waste, your smaller amount of pistol ammo, but TMP, single shot, you got a ton of ammo, so.
That is a rib cage.
Not anymore. Second view with the merchant.
Something that might interest you. Got a selection of good things on sale,
I love how the inventory background is literally his coat.
Oh, yeah.
When you click on it, it opens.
What
Watch.
are you selling?
The only trade-off about the merchant,
Is that all?
you cannot buy ammo from the merchant, which is unfortunate.
Ah.
Is that all?
Despite later in the game they show him being near ammo, he won't do it.
Buy it at a high
I don't want that shit.
There's not. I wish there was one who was like, "What the fuck are you trying to sell me?"
Thank you.
I can't eat this.
What are you buying?
All right, so that's one thing I do want to buy is the TMP stock. That's one of the items that I mentioned sells later. Very useful for the TMP, except for it's in a weird organization spot. But it just stabilizes the shots from the TMP, which is useful. They also, one thing I like about the attaché case organization is it gives you an outside grid, so if you really need to organize, you can pull things out and then reorganize your case.
Oh, okay.
I kind of put my stuff in similar spots. Weapons are always on the left. I put ammo in its type on the top row there, so I kind of always know where it is. Man, why did I put that plant upside down? Don't do it, Travis. Thank you. Shouldn't bother me, but it does. I could fast forward to this part, but this is... Between the action, this is the catharsis.
This is when we can breathe.
Thank you.
Yes.
What are you buying?
And we got some tune-up stuff, including the TMP. We can make it better, which a big part of is increasing its damage level.
Is that all?
Make a quick reload helps because some of the other weapons are slower. We got plenty of money too. I think we can upgrade pretty much everything.
Is that all?
At least not to its max, but as far as we can at this point.
What are you buying? Is that?
Nah, I don't think we can. Yeah, we're gonna we'll get close. But you can see, like, if you really look around and collect all the treasure, you get plenty of pesetas to spend. So now, oh shit, I didn't mean to click that pause, but the normal pause does give you some controls for that, but I didn't mean to do that. Anyway, combine that to that. Now you won't get the shakiness at all. It's very still. And consider, for most machine guns in most games, they're very unsteady. It's a big game changer.
Oh, yeah.
All right, now we entered Zone 2 with the medallions in it. The graveyard.
Hang on. I'm used to corpses. I don't trust this.
Crows. We need more corpses.
That was my friend!
You bastard! There's a lady around here somewhere that yelled at me. She heard the death of her best friend. So right now, the TMP is way better.
Yeah. Buffering.
Take your time, sir. Yeah, now it functions way better, especially with 50 per round. Like, you don't have to reload as much. Good weapon. Now, this area, I don't really go through it, but each of these graves have little markers on top of them. You kind of saw them a little bit in the cinematic. You want to make a note of the 3 different symbol types that are on the various graveyards, or gravestones here. You can see them kind of there, the ones that look like M's, for example. Because there's a puzzle in a bit that requires you to know what they are. But I'm kind of showing in this area. This is the other area with the rest of the blue medallions.
Oh yeah, I kind of forgot about them.
Yeah, it's only in 2 areas of the game, which I appreciate. It's not like it's hidden in every single nook and cranny. And it mentioned you only need to destroy 10 to get the special item that the merchant has, but destroying 15 just gives you a better version of the same item.
Okay.
There's a couple of interesting things you can do here that aren't always plainly obvious, because I think they're just for fun. Are they guarding the church? We know for a fact that Ashley's probably in that church. Thank you. There's another kind of couple of secret hidden blue medallions on this side of the church. One of them is over in this corner, kind of easy to miss. Now, one of the cool little Easter eggs you can do is if you come around to this side, you'll see there's a bell on the church, obviously. And if you shoot the bell, or first let's shoot this nest. These birds and their grenades. Anyway, we shoot this bell. It summons more enemies for no reason. You don't have to do that, but something you can do.
Church is in session. You're not Jesus!
With that hair, close enough.
I'm still coming.
Yep. Think you could scare me by missing so many times. See, at this point, the TMP is a better pistol than my current pistol type because it's actually super duper steady, and that's a big difference maker. You're wasting less ammo that way.
I was about to ask if it was more steady than the pistol.
I mean, at this point, it is. As you've seen, so if you leave without going to the church, this happens.
Leon, have you reached the church yet?
Well, yeah. Sort of.
Leon, did I mention not to take the scenic route? At any rate, Ashley's probably inside that structure. Rescue her, hurry!
Well, they have a lot of cinematics that are like showing that Leon sucks at his job. Why'd you leave?
We was a cop for one day and then this happened.
I really don't know why I got promoted.
Look, you can't blame me this time. It's locked.
The door's locked. I can't get in.
Didn't they teach you how to pick locks at the academy?
Yeah.
Hey,
Some sort of
Stars
indentation or something might fit
reference.
inside.
Well, there's no use standing around. Leon, you have to find some way or something to get inside.
There might be a complicated key of some kind to find. Before we go get that key, though, we want to go around this corner here and fix the organization of my case. When it comes to dynamite, guys, that was easy. This guy gets no chance to throw this single dynamite stick. I let it do the work. gonna get you with, I swear to God. Swear to God.
That's a long fuse, though. Oh, there he goes.
Yeah. I love doing this, especially when the dynamite guys are alone. This is the hardest to find blue medallion. Just really in a weird spot. Got 3 more to go. So this puzzle, very simple ones. As I mentioned, pay attention to the markers that are on the gravestones. The top one and those 2 ones on the left that are like the M and the V are the ones in the graveyard. And you basically force this knob to turn to where only those 3 are lit. Simple. I make it complicated because I just kind of mash through it until it works. It's such a simple one that, like, I mean, there's a certain way you could certainly do it first thing, so I fast forwarded me fucking around for like 5 minutes. Somehow I almost get all of them lit, which is a real problem.
Do you think this is how it actually works? Or is Leon specifically making it harder on himself?
I'm gonna assume the latter. I don't got time to think. So it's a green cat's eye. It's another cat's eye for our beer stein.
Cat beer.
At this point, I sell the beer stein. I don't bother plating it, which, you know, whatever. The only difference, I think, is if you sell the beer stein with 1 gem, it's worth 10,000. It's with 2 gems, it's worth 15,000. If it has all the gems, it's worth 20. That woman's pissed at me. Oh, now she has a reason. I was getting frustrated. I was like, come on.
I'm just trying to help her stomach ache.
I don't know why I was thinking, go with the rifle.
See ya, Leon.
Yeah, just one. Well played. Okay, so as I mentioned here, there's 3 more these blue medallions. One's over here. You jump across this platform, do a 180. One's down here.
Ooh, sneaky.
Okay, this game has its own version of mimics. One of them is in this room.
Oh my god, what?
Read it. Apprehension to lose. I didn't think of a voice to use at this time, so this is the voice we're gonna use. More important than the girl. Unless we get back, the girl will become useless to us. We must get back to execute a plan to the end. You get in the wrong hands, the world will become a totally different place than that Lord Thaddler hath envisioned. No cost, we mustn't let that happen. Nevertheless, we're not letting go of the girl. She wants to show the agent that I'll get to her. I have locked the church door where the girl is being held. Anyone who needs access to the church must first get approval by Lord Sadler. There's a keeper on the lake, but it should be safe now that the Lago has been awakened by her lord. No one will get across the lake alive. Plus, the same blood courses through the ancient phase. It'll be a matter of time before he joins us. Once he does, there will be nobody left that will come looking for the girl. Boss hint.
So in this box, snake!
Oh, it's a snake!
Had a golden egg too, yeah!
That's a golden snake egg, don't lie to me.
Yep. It's even more valuable. So if you don't, a lot of times you're not lucky enough to kill both the snake when you break the box. So a lot of times you'll break the box open expecting an item, and then the snake will just jump out and bite you for a very small amount of damage, but it's more like a god damn it. Kidding. This bothered me. I accidentally I want to put the gun there, but now that they're equipped together, it won't let me. Shit. I'm trying to organize it. God damn it. I fucked up. I was a fool.
You've ruined everything.
I just give up. Man, that guy's screwed. Okay, I attempted fate a little bit on that one.
Kinda.
Damn, my knife is not long enough. Hey, shit. Knife fight. You can also just glue yourself to their ass and continually slash. That works too. But we have now all the medallions. Okay, this is the area I mentioned where you need the other flash grenade. And you're gonna hate me for this.
We'll see.
There's a lot of crows over there.
Oh,
But if I shoot one, they'll all fly away.
but if you blind them all,
No, it works even worse. They're all dead.
jeez. I think you just gave them all heart attacks.
Yep. And here's the thing. The game encourages this because it always gives you all pesetas and one flash grenade to replace the one you lost.
That one was the leader.
That'd be funny if you tried to throw it and it threw it back at you. Ah, shit! One thing I recommend in this area, you know, it's a big arena. Seems like a boss area to me. But go in these little huts. These huts have some items to pick up. There's no reason not to do this. And you'll potentially see why later.
I'm hearing a demon yawning.
That's Leon's stomach. He hasn't eaten all day.
You just had 2 eggs. Come on.
Man, imagine eating all those hard-boiled eggs. Fucking disgusting. Now we can worry about that later. Now we could go straight or we can go down this doorway over here. A little bit of a safe zone for us. There's a dock, and of course, anytime we see a blue flame, merchants nearby. And this is what I mean that I think it's bullshit that he doesn't sell ammunition. As we go into his shop, you'll see. Of course, picking every corner of everything.
It's just sitting on whole boxes of it.
You are correct. And he doesn't sell that gun he has right there. But now that we did the medallion, the thing he does give us for free is a gun called the Punisher. It's a pistol.
What are you buying?
It's definitely more steady than the pistol we got. The big trick with it is when you hit someone with it, it'll pass through and hit the guy behind them. So it has a special effect. But in my opinion, it's the worst pistol in the game. So I destroy all the medallions because he gives it to me for free, and then I immediately sell it back to him and get money for it.
Oh.
Thank you. What are you buying?
Yeah, I'm gonna round things up. It'd bother me too much otherwise.
Thank you.
So right now I gotta clear some space to be able to put the Punisher in my inventory so that I can just sell it back. Oh, why did I turn that sideways? I'm a fool. That attaché case is just gonna look worse as we
What
go.
are you buying?
It's a nicer looking pistol. But the trade-off is compared to some of the other pistols, it's also one of the lower damaging ones, so you don't even really see the effect of it too much. I'd rather do more damage. So it does have one upgrade to its firepower if you destroy all the gems, otherwise it's baseline. Here's a cool thing about weapons as well. You might figure throwing all of your pesetas into upgrades. Say we decide to fully upgrade our baseline pistol and we're gonna buy a new pistol later. The value of your weapon corresponds to the amount of upgrades you put into it. So often you get all your money back for all of your upgrades when you sell that item.
Nice.
Because otherwise people would just keep their old shit.
Yeah.
Now, one reason also I bought the TMP is that obviously of the main weapons, your pistol, your shotgun, and your rifle, there are upgrade variants. TMP never gets an upgrade variant. You get it's basically the best version out of the box, outside of the upgrades you install into them.
For better or worse.
Yeah, I mean, not everyone's a big fan of it. And again, as I mentioned, I didn't use it for like my first couple initial playthroughs of this game. It wasn't until I played the DLC where they just give you one where I'm like, okay, this thing is actually kind of useful.
Just one of those things where you have to make it useful.
Yeah. And you do definitely notice the difference when it starts getting more ammunition inside of it and it's able to do more damage. We're gonna do this again! See, they try to fool you this way, because usually it's press this and you're like, oh, the dodge one's gonna be the same. They always change the button combination to dodge to try to fool people.
But is the combo the same if you fail and you have to try again?
Yes.
Okay.
No, actually, no, it isn't, now that I remember.
Why the fuck?
Because they want to fuck you up. So this guy is waiting for me. He's hiding next to dynamite rope like an idiot. Wait for it. All right. This area has one little difficult, this swamp area. There's a lot of snakes here. They're more distracting and annoying. There's a lot of these bomb ropes, which are hard to necessarily avoid, but you can hit enemies and they'll just run right into them. But I'd rather just... looks like he dived into water to start swimming towards me. Wait, how did he get over here? See, now you can see what I mean when I mention this. This weapon has a sway when you zoom in.
Yeah.
So, often not, if you can aim it without zooming in, it's better. It's like, it's completely still, it's almost point and click. But man, that low reload time and the bolt action makes this definitely a slug of a weapon to use. Now, the biggest issue people run into this area, and it's why I keep on looking backwards, is that 2 groups of reinforcements show up behind you in this level, which isn't plainly obvious. So I keep on checking backwards because otherwise you just are fighting and you're thinking you're doing well, you're proceeding, and then you get attacked by like 6 enemies all at once. There was a snake in that box that tried to get me. Bastard. They all drop eggs, by the way, so they're worth killing at least for that. That was a white one. I was getting spoiled on getting all those gold eggs.
Maybe they are snake eggs and Leon just doesn't know the difference.
My idea is that they just swallowed the snake egg, but they all decided to do it. Yeah, this is a part where you want to listen to the music, because the music will be the hint when these reinforcements actually show up. So see how the music showed up, but there's no enemies? That means they are coming.
Oh lord, they're coming.
This is a good area to just, you know, you can do it that way, or I like to use grenades on them.
Through the crotch. Ooh! Slammed his face into the ground.
Yeah. Some of the animags are really funny on how these characters die. They really get destroyed. Also, they try to fool you again. Because you're like, I got the reinforcement. Another group of reinforcements of the same size show up right behind them. So here's the other grenade type, the Inferno grenade. It's my least favorite, but it's useful at certain points. I like to usually get rid of them. Just becomes a big fireball. It's a very low damage fireball, and unfortunately, grenades can't be upgraded. So...
Well, they're not actual zombies, they're quasi-zombies.
I mean, even then, dudes get lit on fire, you think you get them. If you notice, I threw that normal grenade at like 4 people, killed pretty much all of them. I threw that fire grenade at about 3 guys, none of them died.
Because it needed to be 4 people.
Yeah, it's my fault. I knew it. Fucking eggs. There's always the one egg that completely throws off my feng shui of my attaché case.
The attaché.
There's another dynamite stick. I don't need to get that one. The trick they do if you don't kill some people in advance is there's some dudes hiding in the water. I don't know how they do it, but there are. You want to go around this side, though, because once again, a very hidden item within a nest up here. And we find a bird with a bad habit, smoking out a pipe. We just look up there and there's a crow just like, yes.
Squawk.
Squawk. There's a snake going by. I leave those snakes alone.
He's not bothering you. Like the crows.
Well, we haven't gotten near crows to see if they'll bother us. They certainly could. I'm not going to give them that opportunity.
But imagine if you'd held onto that fast and fed them.
That's true. Well, maybe I'm preventing them because, again, these things are holding grenades. Maybe they're waiting for me to walk by and they pull it out of their throat and like, ha-ha. Now's the time.
Hot, bitch.
Killed my entire family. I think I got pretty much most of the key items in here. I think there's a couple of, maybe a box or two around here. You can shoot the cable, by the way. I don't know how I did it. He tripped. There's also a guy right behind you.
Cannot do that outside my house.
See, that's why, like, shooting the legs is pretty decent, especially if you're only fighting one dude. A lot easier to hit. Not as flashy, though. I knew it was a snake box! See, if you don't kill them in time, they will bite you. So I almost at this point in the game, anytime I open a box, just double swing immediately. You can't damage items with the knife, so just be on the safe side. Again, not that the snake does enough damage to be a problem, but it is a little embarrassing.
How long do you have when a snake spawns before it attacks you?
Like a third of a second. So another cinematic goes up here. If we go up here, we get a good view of our first boss of the game.
Guards on a bridge.
So that's what happened to the second guy.
Shit. Vámonos. Okay, ándale.
The makeup's down there, asshole.
They don't feel bad for this one.
You could feed a crow with that.
But if he just ends up calling ahead and it's like, oh my god, I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to do this. Leon, calm down.
Hunnigan, I told you I can't swim, right?
Why do you ask me to do this? I've only had one day on the job. Yeah, the nests are like have the most valuable items. There's not many nests, but definitely if you can destroy them, great. Coming up is also another one of those deaths that I love to do in this game. Fucking egg again. Gotta have one to ruin the aesthetic.
If only you had two, you could put them right above the plants.
That's why I like to buy things in even numbers when I'm at a grocery store. It freaks me out when you only buy one of like an onion. Buy two. It's a really weird tick I got. A plant and a typewriter. Not bad. It fucked up my organization again, god damn it. Definitely save here, because I'll be going back to this save within the next 10 seconds. So, when you go out here, there's a boat. You can certainly hop on that boat right there. Or, we can do Leon's favorite pastime, which is pistol fishing.
Wow.
You are dead! Unique death to that part. Giant salamander just ends up being your bait. That's what happens to crows, I guess. So back here. He had a daydream of that. I guess I better not shoot the leg, huh?
That's how he decides not to do something. He just imagines. That'd be fucked up.
I shouldn't do that. So, first boss fight of Resident Evil 4 is a little ambitious because it's a gimmick boss fight. So you do have control over the boat, but if you end up hitting things like those logs, or him himself when he's swimming, you can get knocked off the boat very easily. Like this. You take damage. Then you get this Jaws moment. Depending on how damaged you are is how slowly you swim. It's a little freaky. If you're at red health, you cannot outswim him, and he just gobbles you up. So the trick on here is on the boat. If you look, it's full of harpoons. You have a bit of a harpoon fight with the salamander.
I was wondering what that symbol was. But that was like a sword to signify that you have to do melee.
That would be a very Leon thing to do. Let me show you my weapon art. Right here, you gotta face the beast head on. All you gotta do is really hit a shot or two in its mouth as it's swimming towards you, and it won't knock you off. But if you miss, he'll knock you off the boat again, you'll take a big chunk of damage off. And then, rinse and repeat. He's not too difficult. He's just very intimidating.
Yeah.
And nice thing is you can't throw those at him at this point. The difficulty is trying to also avoid these piles of logs here. No, Leon, you're handling this situation like a champ.
Yeah, Tuesday.
It does turn into that later in the game. He's just like, ah, monsters. I usually like to get one in his mouth and then one in his back. Watch out, watch out, watch out. I do like that the harpoons actually stay in his body.
Yeah.
Even if some of them kind of unstick to the geometry a little bit. And, he's actually doing a little bit better job of putting me into the obstacle of those piles of logs. Because what the AI accidentally does sometimes is it'll start parsing the logs to the left and right from the center area. And then from that point, he just swims through the center and never gets near a log. So I'm just like pelting him with fucking harpoons the whole time. Thank you, indicator arrow. I mean, what? Yeah, he's certainly a lot more, I would say, bark than bite, I suppose. Even though he did kill me once. That was my bad. And that's it. I mean, first boss, you don't really expect much. It's just, it's weird that the first boss of the game is a gimmick.
Yeah.
I mean, technically, I'd say the first boss was the chainsaw dude, but I think he was just a tougher enemy type. Uh-oh, what the? It makes no sense that he's able to stay on the boat this long.
Yeah.
This is one of those insta-death ones, which if you don't mash the square far enough, he just pulls you down to your death. I would have shown it, but I mean, it's just him drowning. That's it. There's some goofier, gorier deaths to come. I love he's just like, all right, back to it.
I had my fun.
My leg is shattered, but I'm fine.
But not my spirit.
Oh no. Seems the effects of that injection are starting to show through a little bit.
Ugh, so tired.
And we'll just hope the person who owns the house is polite.
Like everyone else. But this is a good opportunity for the character to pass out so we can cycle to a much creepier nighttime setting.
Ooh.
Things get a lot harder at night. And because it's night, obviously, things are a little spookier too. And most importantly, all those items get restocked. Ooh.
Scary.
Spooky. But yeah, I would say in this game, this definitely, and I think this is a thing about horror games in general. I don't know how many horror games you play, Thorn, but Generally, I find that the first half of the game is always way better than the second half because it's still scarier when you don't have all the strongest equipment and you're kind of introduced to the enemy. The more you know the enemy and the less it becomes that way, the less scary it becomes.
Mhm.
I would organize the game as a structure in 3 segments with different kind of things in between. And then the game does it as well. There's the kind of scary introductory area. There's the batshit middle section. And then there's the... It's not my favorite part on the last part. It's ridiculous still, but there's just something so special about the fucking bullshit of the middle part you can't miss. But next time, we will continue searching for the key as we make our way over to rescue Ashley and then figure out what we're going to do about our current injection predicament. I don't know.
Guess if we keep going, we'll just barf it up.
That's how it works, right? He keeps on coughing up blood, so I mean, eventually it'll come out. You put it in my blood, so maybe if I keep on coughing up blood, I feel weak.